This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Here's an unscientific look at some comparison shots between the LUMIX S1Rii and the S5iiX. These clips show the differences and similarities between the S1Rii and the S5iiX side by side with the settings as close as I could get them. Here's a couple notes before we get too far into it. Let me be very clear. I am not suggesting you get one camera over the other in any way, especially if you're not in the market. Thanks to LUMIX, I happen to have both cameras on hand and thought it would be fun to put them side by side in a way that I would typically use them in client work. It's not exactly how I would use them, but it's very close. Hey, make sure you're getting those shots of the gray card. That's exhilarating. These cameras have different base ISO settings. I chose to shoot these clips with the base ISO of 200 on the S1Rii with dynamic range expansion off and base ISO 640 on the S5iiX and adjusted the exposure with VNDs. I don't even use the human detector. Jeez. There were a couple shots where I had to use the high frequency base, and that was mostly when it came to 120p. I used the same exact lens on both cameras, the LUMIX S20 to 60mm. I had them rigged up like you see in these shots using this magic arm, and white balance was set to 5600K on all the clips. Both cameras are on the latest firmware, and these are only video tests, no photography tests. If you know my channel, you won't find photography. Thanks to my buddy Jonah for getting some BTS and my new friend Crystal for standing in for the clips. I'll put the different tests up on the screen as they change.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm just gonna have you hold this gray card real quick, if you don't mind. So on the S1Rii, I'm at base ISO 200. And on the S5iiX, base ISO of 640. What I'm gonna have you do is just walk, just straight down, probably to that first light pole right there. I'm at 35mm. So this is just regular body stabilization. All right, how about you peek over your left shoulder and give me like a little smile here. There we go. Nice, okay, back. Okay, I'm going to cropless E-stabilization on the S1Rii. Standard E-stabilization on the S5iiX. With the S5iiX, I get a little bit of a crop, but this one's cropless, okay? Ready? And go ahead. Almost there. I'm almost there.
You're good.
Okay, yeah, I like it. We'll just kind of keep with that pose. And I'm just gonna, keeps going to sleep. All right, you ready? Here we go.
I got the time today. I'm looking for all of the fades, want all of the smoke. All of my goals inside of the scope. I'm taking it hill and coming for more. Woke up, didn't even stretch. I'm placing my bets on myself. I be doing the most. Why you always talk like you wanted to go? I ain't gotta speak cause I already know. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke. It's like moose when I hit the moves. You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure. I already know. I know my identity. My identity from the go. I told you I already know. You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure. I already know. I know my identity. My identity's from the go. Already.
I'm gonna go back to my other settings here. Let's go 35mm. That's kind of a nice focal length. All right, gray card. Go ahead, walking into frame. Now, if you're watching this and you're like me, you might be running a video photography business. One of the things I personally struggle with the most is marketing myself and making sure I'm always top of mind in the area when it comes to content production. That's where my sponsor Skillshare comes in. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. You can take your business to the next level learning from other creatives who've been there and have had success. For me, I'm trying to use social media and organic traffic to grow my business. I can find social media marketing classes from experts that are on demand. I can start with some of the beginner classes, then move on to more advanced learning when I'm ready. There's so many different classes and options on Skillshare. So get this, the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Hit that link, get started with Skillshare, and grow your video or photo business. I'm just gonna have you look at me. 6K versus 8K. Just gonna let it roll here. Give me a nice soft smile. They look cold. Are you cold?
No.
Not too bad? Can we get one more shot?
I look good 24/7, 24/7. All y'all twins, I'm in 11. I'm in 11. Wanna know how? I don't be stressing. I don't be stressing. Cause I look good 24/7. I'm hot 24/7. I sleep in my Louboutin, so I wake up sexy. My martini's dirty blonde, and no need to test me. On my worst behavior, but at least I'm with my besties.
Okay, here's the stupid rolling shutter conversation. Is this even doing anything? It's just so dumb. Now here's a couple things that I did notice with these different clips. I did lose human detect in 4K 120p on the S1R2. Now switching over to one area seemed to help a little bit, keeping it locked on crystal even with the backlight. It's awesome not having the big crop on the C4K 60 on the S1R2, as well as the cropless E-stabilization for some of those moving shots. Is it a gimbal killer though? It's close, but not totally. Now, personally, I kind of like the color a little bit more on the S1R2. I don't know, I feel like it's a bit richer and possibly even a bit warmer. Now, I'm not giving this a score or saying one's better over the other. Just side by side, I kind of like the color tones a little bit more on the S1R2. For some unscientific shots, I actually really liked how these turned out. Both are incredible cameras. All right, down in the comments, I want you to let me know your favorite type of pizza. Maybe we can talk about the cameras too, but mostly pizza. Also, YouTube is popping up a video that the platform thinks you might like. How about you head over to that video and I will see you over there.